Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Good. Thank you, Ms. Pelosi. Mr. Goss.
Thank you. Let me advise members of the House that there's 10 minutes left on a vote in the House, so my wrap-up will be very quick. First of all, I want to thank Ms. Hill for a very excellent presentation.
Thank you.
I liked the version that we had before. It had been redacted better, and I expect that we are going to continue to press on because I do believe that there is more that can be revealed. And along that area, is it fair for me to make a statement that because of the Joint Staff, we now know some things that we otherwise certainly would not have known? Is that a fair statement?
I would hope so, yes, I would say so.
It is certainly my feeling as well, and I hope that much of that can be shared with the American people. The second question I wanted to ask, provide some guidance on, from my perspective, is in your excellent report this morning on intelligence reporting on bin Laden's intentions to strike inside the United States on pages 14 and 15 of your report, 15 and 16, there are a series of specifics that cries out to say, why was all this ignored? Where was the audience? Why was nobody listening? And one of the issues that I would like to have further amplification on this is, if this was 2% of the reporting, what was the other 98% of the reporting that was consuming the analyst's time in the intelligence community? I'm not asking for an answer now.
Right.
I think that is going to be helpful for our report. The next question, I think, is self-evident, and others have said it. There's no doubt that some of the questions members here have addressed today to you are more appropriate for witnesses that will be forthcoming, and I want to make sure that we understand that there will be other witnesses forthcoming. We will try and have as much of that as public as we can, as it should be. But the very penetrating questions that were asked by Ms. Breitweiser and Mr. Bush, and the recommendations, I think, are excellent points, and each one of them deserves consideration, and we'll get them at some point. In fact, some of them have already been given consideration, as I'm sure you know. And finally, with regard to the remarks about Senator Levin and Senators Rockefeller on declassification, my view is that the burden is on the administration to tell us why we must preserve classification, unless it's in those areas, those exempt areas that I spoke to as sources, methods, plans and intentions, and ongoing prosecutions by the Justice Department. The final point I would make is that the work of this committee will be done. There is no question about that. And there will continue to be oversight by the United States Congress in a number of areas, including in the intelligence committees, no matter who the members are of that committees. So this is an issue that is not going to be dropped merely because another date flips up on a calendar or there is a change of personnel somewhere in the establishment. This will go forward because the American people deserve the answer, and they will get the answer. And I thank you very much for your participation today, and an excellent job, Ms. Hill.
Thank you.